So now I'm going to turn it over to the Joint Order Task Force um, that will present an overview of the work that they do, and then we can get into depth into the training. Any questions or any thoughts or comments so far? I hope the tea break was okay. You guys, I hope everybody is full, so you won't eat too much at lunch. All right, let me hand it over to the Joint Border Task Force, Mr. Yusuf Abdul.
Good morning. Good morning, my lords. Honorable Justice U.R. Uramen, Honorable Justice G.O. Amadebulu, NAPIP Zonal Commander Representative, the person of Mary Amadebulu. Good morning, the founder and executive director of Pathfinder Justice Initiative. Good morning, the LODC expert, Shalvin Oftari, head IOM who just left, representative of MPF, DSS, NIS, and Customs, fellow participants, further protocol duly observed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Joint Border Task Force. I want to give an up. I want to give an overview of the activities. Many of us do not know what Joint Border Task Force is all about. This is to be presented by our mentor, in person of Dean Goddard, BDAC, British Deputy High Commission. But because of the pandemic ravaging our country, they are not allowed to travel. That's why it's not here. The name. Okay. My name is Yusuf Abdul. I'm the Joint Border Task Force Benin Satellite Office Team Lead. The name Joint Border Task Force, Jbtf, is an abbreviation for Joint Border Task Force, which comprises of NAPI, NDLEA, and EFCC, who works in Nigeria at the border in Lagos State. The task force was inaugurated on 16 September 2015 by rigorous polygraph tests conducted by a foreign polygraph and supervised by British Deputy High Commission, where some successful officers were selected. Polygraph test is what we refer to as vetting officers for a specific assignment, or we call it integrity test. JBTF started operations in Lagos State, where 12 NAPIP officers were selected initially and later expanded to 30 officers. They started working under the mentorship of the British officials with aims of carrying out good investigative practice, prosecution, and capacity building. NAPIP is responsible for administration of the JBTF team, while the British partners support with finance, logistics, and capacity building. The team has received training from national and international trainers on the following: first aid for the officer, him or herself, the suspect, the witness, and the victim. That is, when there is any injury, we will be able to attend to it before taking such person to a clinic or hospital. We've received training on core investigative skills, the best way or the good way of investigating cases of human trafficking. We've received, some of our officers have received training on forged documents from basic to advanced level. Some of us were even trained right in UK at advanced level of any forged documents. We have received training on specialist, victim, witness interview skill. We've received training on suspect handling, in a normal way, the way we deal with suspects. Suspects have their fundamental human rights. They have dignity and they have every right, even though they are suspects. So we are trained on the best way to handle them. We've received training from basic to advanced on forensic and extraction of devices, both mobile and computer, from basic to advanced. We've received training on asset recovery at basic level because of some other lacuna in our legal framework. Presently, we are not using it properly to the best of our ability. We've received training on risk management skills. Risk is everywhere. We've been trained on how to minimize it. We have 4 principles of risk. You can either remove risk, or you avoid it. If you cannot avoid it, what else? You can reduce it. If you cannot reduce it, no. We've received training on national and international legal framework, e.g. NAPIP Act, ACJA, that is Administrative Criminal Justice Act, Evidence Act, Child Rights Act. We opened a new Jbtf office in Benin City due to endemic nature of human trafficking for the state and Delta State. The office started operation at once and made an arrest on 13 July 2018 to tell you how it is efficient and police. Under 1 week, we opened on 6th and made arrest on 13th. I'm happy to inform us that the case is presently at defense stage now. The Jbtf mentors have expanded the Jbtf team to Kano State due to transit nature of the state with the same quality of engagement. Our zonal commander, who is our administrative head, usually commends the mentors' effort in calling human trafficking within our zonal jurisdiction. Highlight of our best case is the one we refer to as of murder. With 1 VOT, what I mean by VOT is victim of trafficking and trespass suspect, which was recently concluded. The first defendant was convicted for count 1, 14 years, and count 2, 10 years. Second defendant was convicted on count 1, 14 years, and count 2, 10 years. And third defendant was convicted on count for 10 years for count 1. We thank our Lord for doing justice to that case. Also, we received a case through Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria in Lagos using our good collaboration effort. A VOT from Dubai who was exploited under shortest possible time. The case was charged to court and the case is ongoing at defense stage now. Also, our zonal commander received intelligence from IOM and passed on to Ross. The following day, we arrested the culprits and rescued the VOTs. The case was charged to court within 5 days interval. The defendant pleaded guilty to all the charges, but they were, however, convicted. One of our low points was a case we received from FAN, that's the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Lagos State. The victim was received by us. We contacted the mother because the victim was mentally retarded and could not recollect her audio while in Italy. But the mother came, she knew about the daughter's trip and was able to make the victim recollect her stories. In fact, both the prosecutor and the investigator did their best to stabilize and revoke the oaths she undertook before her journey to Italy. Only for the defendants to get in touch with the witnesses, and they came to court to signify that they are no more interested in the case. The judge handling the matter was left with no option than to struck out the case. Our heart bleeds because we could not get justice that would deter others from such acts. But our love, our hands were tied. She knew the truth, but she wanted witness and people that are willing, which we could not get. Jbtf gave us the opportunity to obtain judgment without victim due to our overwhelming evidences from OSINT and forensic extraction, which we refer to as victimless prosecution in Lagos State, sometimes in 2018. We were opportune to go on international operations in Spain severally and do collaboration with Spanish police on operation of mutual interest. That is high level or highest level of collaboration. Also, we've had opportunity of traveling to UK for training and shadowing their law enforcement agency for human trafficking profiling at the airport. In addition, some of our investigators, the airport shadowing, we work with border force and metropolitan police. In addition, some of our investigators and prosecutors have given evidence in court physically and visually, respectively, at Birmingham Crown Court, United Kingdom, and we had judgment in that case. Our digital evidence now reduces the issue of trial within trial. You know, the issue of trial within trial, there are many occasions we get suspect writing statement and she's telling you, or he's telling you story and you're writing. So many things happen. I've taken a suspect to court before I joined Jbtf. You see, this man is lying. That I wrote so many statements, what we call statements, and decided to come with one that she don't even understand good English, that I formulated everything on her head. And she was actually speaking pidgin to the hearing of the court. So the case, you have to go trial within trial, and you know how much trial within trial. Of course, some judge, some prosecutor know about it. It jeopardizes most of our cases. But now that we are using digital evidences, we are recording whatever you are doing, we are seeing. So if there is any doubt, to show the transparency of the nature of our investigation, the judge will demand to see how we do it. She will see it, or he will see it. Everybody will see the procedure followed. There is no issue of under duress, you entice me, you induce me, it will be minimized. We are also using what we call pocket notebook. This is the version of the pocket notebook. We are using it specifically to write our doings, our operations activities. You go for arrest, write it down. You go for search, write it down. You go collect evidence from the subscriber. You go to bank. You are putting everything down to show your level of transparency and your level of discipline and intellectual. We always seek warrant from court to legalize our operations. We make reference to ACJA and Evidence Act regularly to guide our operations. We are operating by law. ACJA is Administrative Criminal Justice Act and Evidence Act. That is where we gather our power on how to use devices to gather evidences. We are frontline operatives. We are not up there, but we are investigators. Let me use that one. And practice whatever training we undergo, even though it's difficult to adhere to it sometimes. You know, it's easy to receive training, but to go and use it and practice it is another thing. But we try as much as possible to make sure we make use of it. Our partners are eagerly ready to eliminate human trafficking from Nigeria, though it's a work in progress. And with heavy on deck, I hope we can achieve our noble aims and objectives. We thank the management of Platform for their sensitization efforts and collaboration of stakeholders to deal with the scourge of human trafficking. We thank all the participants of the law enforcement institution who are the focal point of scourge of human trafficking. Thank you for listening. Yusuf, on behalf of God. Comment, questions. The one I can answer, I will answer. The one I cannot, that is covered. You bear with me. However, I have partners. I'm not alone in this fight. I have partners in this joint order task force. In Guinea, we have 3 lawyers. We have 5 investigators. We are just 2 few, but we do what we can do. So any comments, any questions? How can we improve it? What else do we do? We want everybody to be on the same level with us. So comment, please. You will will get it.
One question so how do you coordinate with, for example, in Benin, you're working in Benin now, how do you coordinate with the state task force, which, if I'm correct, has its own investigators and prosecutors? It means that you have the state task force, NAPTIP, and the Joint Border Task Force active in Benin, correct?
This is a joint border task force, as I said. It's not only NAPTIP. It has to do with Drug Law Enforcement Agency, EFCC. Some persons were drawn using the process of polygraph to vet them and bring them into this process. It's a rigorous kind of process. We started from Lagos and also the level of our activities and they see the contribution we are making. They decided to extend it to Benin and also to Kano. However, there is no case trafficking in person. Locally, internationally, we deal with it. We have collaboration with Spanish police as we have. We have collaboration with Sweden. We have collaboration with Italy. We have collaboration with Met Police and also border force. A lot of places, even in Dubai. I think after victim with them, we went all the way to Mali to rescue that victim. If I may have answered this question.
I think the question is more so, if you have the Edo State Task Force here that has investigators, and you have NAPTIP that has investigators, how do you work cohesively when it seems like there are three different investigative teams? I think that works more so for you.
Just like I will say, we are answerable to NAPTIP Benin Zonal Command. If task force, if he mandate us to do any joint investigation along with Benin task force, Edo task force, or even NAPTIP, we do it jointly. Where there are deficiency, we profile advice, solution, and the best way to do it. Because to God be the glory, we have the logistics to reach anywhere.
I have a demonstrational question I want to ask. Demonstrational question I want to ask. Demonstrational question. In all groups, everyone should go to the Bible. Only one person can try. So, keep your paper in front of you. And write for me 25,000 naira within 1 minute. Write for me 25,000 naira within 1 minute. Don't use your Bible. You only one Bible on that table. Use it. Because the time is about moving. Any person pass it. Are you doing that? Yes. You are doing. You know why? You are this man, which is the cause of the problem. We have been here and we know about the main cause of this problem. We talked about arresting, executing, and what is supposed to bring up these people you are arresting. These are their problems. So that in line with what the first word, dealing with trafficking, we know the root to fighting, arresting and prosecution. And I don't like information first. Because there are psychological demands, biological demands, economic demands are there. These people, some of them, might go astray based on one thing or the other in the course of the investigation. You bring them forward so that proper solution can be placed on it. So that we have prevention that is better than cure. Thank you.
Our operations, some of us are proud of it. That does not mean we are doing the best thing. We are here to learn. They call us to come and participate. They didn't call us to come and lecture. So we demonstrate that participation and try as much as possible. We learn from you. It's going to be a whole lot of interaction. Learn from you. Tell us what we've done wrong. We are going to do practical case study, a typical one, so that we demonstrate the best way we do it. And there are so many things that may not be there, but you will assume, because I will see them happen. So we are going into Jbtf case study. We are going to display it. That case here.
I'm going to demonstrate how we conduct interview with the witness. Today we're using the victim of human trafficking. What we are doing now is setting up, or in our office, we have an interview suite for witnesses. So normally we will have to set up. Okay. My colleague here, who is going to be a co-interviewer this morning, is going to get
To work as a salesman. Mr. X proceeded to procure all her traveling documents, including international passport, visa, and ticket to Poland. Tessie was taken to Iran where she took oath. Tessie was taken to Luton Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, by Mr. X, who facilitated a smooth movement at the airport. He gave Tessie an address of one antigen. Tessie led Nigeria to Schiphol Airport, Poland, where she was denied entry by the immigration officials at the airport, with reason of beauty in visas. So there are so many things we need to look at in this scenario. Is it a good case or bad case? Well,
that there was an oath taking, and the document was not properly documented on her.
any other? Okay. You can pick one. Any other? You want to pick one?
I think it's a good case. We have seen a scenario as a proper human trafficking measure.
So, what I imagine you, I think some people will stand with that. Others will stand with you. This is a very investigator. You are investigator. Do you have view of a prosecutor? Either it's a good case or bad case. From look of it now. Any prosecutor can volunteer. Either it's a good case by men looking at it. No, anybody? This is a good case. I said fundamentally good case. Yeah, use lawyer language. Fundamentally good case. Okay, we see. So there are some indicators. You notice one thing at our airport, they move up freely. But at Schiphol Airport, they do not go through. They have to turn about because of some indicators. You don't know what indicators of victims are. Some of them, the way she talks, where she's going, you don't know the destination, you don't know how to say, not for that. So, which Mr. X? The visa? You know, we have three elements of trafficking. The act. Is the act there?
Yeah.
The means, is it there? Exploitation, is it there? Huh? There's not been exploited. Is it a good case or bad case? What do you maintain now? Is it a good case? Because there is an attempt. We have an attempt in our act. I think it's on 26. An attempt. Okay. Section 27 of our new act. Amended act. So, if you maintain it's a good case, to me it's a very good case. To you, see, what is it to you about it?
Good case for who?
For
the prosecution?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Because we have potential. So please, let's calm down, open our eyes. There are so many things you are saying I'm not saying. There are plenty of things I'm saying you are not saying. So let's see the big thing. Let's see around the corner. We see her and this person, two of them, we interview with two persons. That's our standard. No one person to interview one. You are talking already. No. Further, you are investigating two persons interview the victim. They are experts in those things to get information from whatever, from bank, from OSINT. They can get information to make their case good and compact so that lawyer will be the doctor. Both of them they are experts in that. So we leave the floor for them. We should observe properly how they are going to go about it.
We understand that great legal precautions must be taken, even during the arrest of the suspect, but much more will have to be taken during the interview. But it's what is taken here that we are going to present in court. So if we miss it at this point also, we are definitely going to miss it in court.
Okay, no fine. I won't go outside. I don't tire.
Understand the circumstances of travel and the reason why we're talking to you is to know the circumstances like other happened. The conditions were one thing that happened from really started and then we come back to Nigeria until you came back to Nigeria. So I want you to feel free. NAPTIP is an agency of the federal government that is established to protect people like you and your rights.
How are you texting?
Gonna define non-goals. I don't tire.
Yeah, sorry, sit down and talk small here. No, yes, sorry. How you doing?
Don't say it for example. Non-goals.
Oh, I'll just ask you some questions. When we finish, we'll go out. Okay? You know, say, you don't almost reach where you will go before. But you need to calm down. Can't go say, you never enter. You don't know what to go out for that side.
Nothing for that side. Nothing.
You don't know, we too don't know. Now help, we want to try to help you. Yeah? So, you calm down, if you talk to us. Yeah? So where you did so, an active office, one of the interview room, and you pay. So what we will do today is we will ask you some questions. Now you go do the talk, not be us. Yeah? Then this interview we want to do so. With the recorder for camera. Look your back. See one camera for them. That one and they look. And my colleague. They already in my back. Go they look you. Yeah? As we interview you, if you want anything, I beg, stop us. May you tell us. You want water, you want food, snacks. Let us know.
Okay, I'm not the hungry. I won't go out. Let me try and beg.
Sorry. Meanwhile, my name is Robert Jackson, and my co-interviewer is Abdul. We are the National Command, the time that
2000 hours. We'll be conducting the interview today at North Regional Command Benin. Percy, tell us your name. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Tessa, but I'm going to
When they born you,
no, I the woman, I'm not inside.
when last you celebrate your birthday?
No, you do better for months.
Okay, no problem, Percy. Explain, give us how you did travel from Nigeria, go Holland.
Okay, I'm not get top. And I don't bring me compass. Make I go my house to the now. I've been waiting. I'm not in the inside.
Percy, you remember as I tell you that time? Say our work not to help our sisters like you. We know say many of our sisters, they will go country when they suffer. Sometimes we dey happy for those wey no fit comot, not because say we no wan make them go, but because of the things wey we know say dem dey face for that side. Na im make us sometimes when people like you no go, we dey happy. I wan make sure say people wey dey carry our girls dey go dey do all those bad bad things, make we stop them. And if you no help us, we no go fit stop them.
I know they go and go back. Now, since get work, I want to go to. I back.
Who tell you say you wan go sales girl work? You say?
My person,
Which person?
my friend.
Who be the friend?
Now, straight to me, I don't know.
Na the person carry you dey go Holland.
The person.
How you take meet the person?
Straight.
I know, all of us dey street. But you need to let me know in specific so that we will know how to start to repeat.
I'm from my area for 3 hours.
Now 3 hours you dey stay. Where your papa and your mama dey stay?
I don't get papa. I don't have money.
The friends so wey you first mention just now, na the 3 hours too in dey stay.
I don't know where it is.
Don't tell no I'm saying na your friend.
You meet the person and they relate to the person.
I know where
I don't know.
no wahala. You get him phone number.
I don't get it from him.
The name come.
I don't know him.
How na come to dey talk for me?
You just the talk. No need to.
Let's see. You go make am easy small. No for fit take help you. Yeah? But how this your friend so they do am carry you go Holland? Explain, give us.
You don't do anything much. You just bring paper from us. Give me passport. We enter Lagos. Reach airport. We go receipt. See, if I dey sweat for you now. Alright.
Let's see. You know say na help now we dey.
Oga, you no help me. I reach all and finish. Now come bring me come back. I won't go my house. I don't tire.
Let's see. Your visa, your passport, your documents, you visit travel. But we need to be sure say your travel no be bad waka.
No be bad waka, na good waka.
But this your friend, so wetin he do for Nigeria before you come? Wetin he do for you before you come out?
No do anything.
He no carry you go anywhere, go to pastor, shrine, nothing like that.
Na only prayer, we go pray.
Go
Say my
pray.
papa is better. Na prayer.
Where you can go pray?
Oh, Baba.
When I go Baba house, go pray. And Baba.
Help me. Mama Baba na.
And me, I get Baba now. So I want to know the kind of Baba where you carry.
Na Baba dey come. I don't know if they come.
How the place be? Which work the Baba dey do?
Na traditional Baba.
You are saying herbalist.
Are you calling Baba?
But when you reach there, wetin you do?
Prayer.
Wetin you do the prayer? How?
All everything they want for them, everything is better.
You collect which things for your hand?
Nothing, just me now. Nothing than me. Say anything I put hand for the sales will better. I give up. Because I won't prosper for all.
So he collect some things from you. No problem, Tessie. You need to help us to help you. Let me ask you all these plenty questions.
Everything when I don't say, I don't know.
Okay. You get any other thing where you want to know? Nothing again. Your passport and visa. Who do it for you? Which name you put for the passport for you?
It's a mistake,
Which be the mistake where you put? Which be the mistake?
Age.
The age where you toss, which I the mistake be? You don't know your age and they increase or increase.
You don't know. It's a big home, remember not to. The act of my age. Not the community reach their age to do this.
So you will be 20 years. So how many years for you? Come make how many years? 23 years. No problem. This year. Maybe later, once you tell us anything. I don't know whether I'm collegial to like us.
See how you do. Yeah. My help will give you.
Let me come back. Abi?
And as you come back, you will find a way where we say you will make your life make it better. Because I believe, say, as you travel go abroad, so and God make your life make it a travel. So the reason why we ask you this, why we try to ask you this question, are to know areas where we will help you. If you don't tell us waiting happen, how it take come out, we will not go know the specific area of the and the way where and the reason why we ask you these questions. So make you know, let's say we ask you questions or say we disturb you.
Yes. I don't need help. The only help they give me. As soon as I just do what's now, it's not the house. I'm tired.
Thank you. The interview is going to end at 11:53 hours. I still have much to do. Thank you.
Barrister, as your view change, have you have it changed? Yes. Yeah, it was as I told you, it's not a good case.
It is not a good case because I don't see an element of the trafficking there. It is not an offense to travel. Chelsea here, I can see is an adult and is 20. Even if it was taken before a native doctor, going to a native doctor is not an offense. Our law has not made it an offense. So I can't see any element of trafficking or even attempt there. Thank you.
Okay, seconds, 87, have your view changed? Shavin, any observation?
For me, this scenario, the case is a very good case. The only issue is that testing has refused to open up. So there will be no weakness. The case will not be that national.
I think it's a good case because one, the investigators have to go deeper. They have to visit, they have to go deeper, then try to see the root of it.
That one, let me answer. If after, I don't know the place.
The first because one, there are other things well, we should know we have a great was affecting documents, phone numbers, and whatever because of the institution we have. And our phone might be in the position of one of the administrators. So there is no way you cannot get the contact of either the doctor or the and that is where the work of tracking comes in. Even if you don't want to tell you the place, you have to track.
From the answer I'm saying, it is a good case. That the victim is finding it difficult to open up. So I'm happy to know that 6 weeks for a victim to be in our shelter. So initially this is how they behave. Then when she's tired of staying in the shelter, she will open up.
I want to quickly ask the last person that spoke that the shelter, are you compelled to stay in the shelter?
From the case before us, I just saw something below that Tessie was giving the address of one auntie, Jane in Holland. That's a good point. You said? She's not giving the address. She's not giving it. In this case, if, like she said, if you want to go with what she said, that they met on the streets, they saw themselves, she's not giving a name. We do what we call sting operation. We can, yes. Even the street 3 house is a popular place. Yes, she lives there. Yes, she lives there. Yes. Yes, it can be done. If you are diligent, you can get it. And also, she needs someone like this. You need to look for someone who can actually press her button, not just the officials. She needs somebody neutral from, yes. Yeah.
We have different emergent views on this particular case. In a good case, and look at what we are trying to paint is, you see, in their presentation, if you look at it, these are typical interview section. 2 persons are there, they introduce themselves, take the background of the girl, we're trying to get information from her. We don't receive information. They are very unique. You try as much as possible, tell us by yourself. If you are not ready, don't pray. If not, somebody else will take you on fundamental human rights. So we have what we call open question. You use it. I don't know whether you know this. You say tell. We call them 3-letter words. Tell, explain to us, describe how you live. These are open questions that will make her to talk. And 2 of them, one is a female, I assume one is a female. Then they are using 5WH. No, that 5WH is February 5. Why, what, when, how. So I think we use 3 R's. Is it the right place to interview her? Are these the right persons? So I just mentioned. One is a female, the other one is a male. So I think they are standard. Is it the right time? You cannot interview somebody by 3, by 4 o'clock. You interview somebody at a convenience time. You may bring her in, you say, I'm not ready. Take her out. You don't compare. Let's take that word out of our mind. Must you compare somebody before you talk? We try as much as possible to pacify them, don't compare them. You can see that person is annoyed with everybody. The official, you look at this one as the immigration one that before from Holland. This one was not there. You didn't know anything. All of them, they don't know. All native officials, all law enforcement agencies, they were not there. Well, I'm everybody. You can see that there was confusion of face, which is a point. It's a very potential case. Like using our section. So we are handicapped. Try this girl, there are some victims. Somebody said we should keep them for 3 weeks or how many weeks? Keep them for 6, 7 months. So thank you. That is our first name. Any observation and again? We have another thing to do.
Just to add that in the investigation of one trafficking case, rapport building is like a
is like a foundation. Because if the victim is not willing to talk, no matter how good the case is, that case will not fly. And even in the area of prosecution, the victim must be ready and willing to go through the process of prosecution. The victim eventually, the way she is supposed to, she eventually goes to court and says, I don't want it. I don't think that case will fly. Thank you.
I noticed that and is a male trying to do the trial for the victim and the female. They tend to sometimes they want to open up, they want to talk. When it's a situation, you have to bring a female lawyer to the female, they sit down, they talk, before you know it, and start opening up and start talking. So when you do this style of double work, you could try to
My just observation. When they started, they tried to make them understand that there are cameras, gadgets that are recording life. We have smart victims as well as suspects. They will not want to release on people because they have their consent before they trap the suspects. So they will not want to release on people because they are taking it. So I think some people don't inform them.
There is one word we normally use. Sorry, one word. Yeah. There is one word we call it Japan in investigative skill. What does J mean? Justification. Justify what you are doing. Can we justify it wherever you are called upon? The A stands for accountability. Can you give account of that thing that you deny our camera and you are now coming to court to show it? The third one is P. Proportionality. Is it proportional with the circumstance? And the last one is it necessary? I think with that, I think we will not be able to add anything from that. Sorry, we have run out of time.
So just one final comment. One of the things that we use at Pathfinder is a technique called motivational interviewing. Right? And so we find out what the motivations were, right? And I think that starts to build some level of empathy, right? And so when we found that when we use that methodology, when you actually are sympathetic, when you're finding out what the root cause is and aligning yourself to what that motivation was, we find that we start to build rapport and trust from the survivor. And so maybe that was one of the techniques that could have been used in this situation.
This is from the media. Since I came here with nice work, so that I know what is the focus of also spiritual and restriction. But I want to check this something because in 2017 and 2019, I did a documentary on another university for an NGO from the United States of America, the African Freedom and Justice Network. And the latter, the injunction by the cover of the official problem. And if this gets tested, or whoever is trying to facilitate travel is of the stuff. I will not subscribe to knowing that she's being traveled. Because, especially from that area of this, where they are, very used to British things and shrines and all that. They would not like to run foul of the injunction of the Bible. And so, as a result, the facilitators may not want to disclose the real motive of trafficking. If it is actually for trafficking. So at the end of the day, many of them traffic, young ones, appreciate that they are going there, they have to be in the house there, or receive there, or whatever. The issue of maybe going there for sexual business or whatever is very bad. The question.
Thank you, David. Now is okay. I think you know the difference now. David success, age 18 years, she's very, very young. Success was working as a fashion designer. She's already working somewhere. Let us say, her boyfriend, Frank, introduced her to traveling to Dubai, where she will meet one Madam Kusi. Frank arranged all the traveling documents such as international passport, visa, and travel tickets. Frank took success on evidence where the killed chicken grew and purchased the sacrifice. Funds and air from a private part and army were collected by the others. His section was done on according by the others. Frank gave success the phone number, which she will contact in Dubai. He took her to Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, where she traveled to Dubai. While in Dubai, success discovered she was deceived by Frank and forced into prostitution. Success prostituted in Dubai for about 8 months, and is proceeds of $20,000. Calculate $20,000. It's running to million. Was collected by Madam Kosi with the help of IOM, the UPTC, to bring her back. Success was brought back to Nigeria. As an investigating officer, what do you do? First of all, first question is it a good case or bad case? Barrister, what is it now? This case is a good case. All of us are saying it's a good case. But if you refuse to talk, is it still a good case? It turned out to be a bad case. So, please, let's listen attentively. They are going to interview success now. Take the former scene out of our head. We are not having another scene. This is success. This is Officer Romeo, and this is Officer Jetta. Both of them are going to interview her. Just assume one of them is a female investigator. So they are experts in posting. They will go to NIS to seek a lot of information about Frank. They will go to Peter, who is the referee. They will go to travel ticket, the airline she used, they have the card. She has the phone number. They can use it to pass so many things. With your phone number, you get where you stay. You press your phone number. I go to social media and get lost with our skill now. And look at this pathetic aspect. Shipping, good, tortoise, for sacrifice. And they give her a phone number, and she's willing to give her a phone number. And also, exploitation take place. All the elements of trafficking are mean and exploitation. And if you see, she decided to come through a non-normal way, through ETC, emergency travel, so that is what she did in coming back. She got one. She wanted the case to go on. We are not an investigator. We do anything for this woman. To save society, not only her, to save others in traffic by Frank or Kosi. We have ability to bring Kosi back using our social legal aid. So with our partners, we can bring Kosi back. So let's see, let me not send you the whole thing. Let's see what we can do with this.
Let me just chip this in before we go to this scenario. The last scenario, what we intended to end was, though the complaint was good, but we had little or less information to work with. She had a friend, X. We don't know his name. So no matter how good we are in our area of specialty, we will not be able to pursue X. There was no phone on her to able to add an instruction, like somebody mentioned. And an herbalist was contracted to carry out an oath on her. She didn't tell us where the herbalist is. Maybe the herbalist will know X, but she refused to tell us where the herbalist was. So it was a bad one. Taxi, Success, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
My name is Romeo, and my co-interviewer today is
Jata.
Yes, please assume she's a female officer. Ideally, I'll have a female colleague sitting here. We are the Northeast Zonal Command. The time down our watch is 5,800 hours. Success, please. I'm going to be asking you questions today concerning your trip from Nigeria to Dubai. Would you want me to speak English like this or broken English? So which one are you comfortable in? I should. Okay, no problem. So during the course of the interview, if you have need for anything, you want to eat, you want to use the restroom, you want water, please just stop us, okay? Don't be under any pressure. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Do you want anything?
No, sir.
Okay, please, when you do need something, let us know. Okay, this interview today is going to be video and audio recorded. Okay? The camera behind you is straight on us, and the one behind us is videoing you. Okay? This one is the audio device speaking both our voices. So feel free. If you don't understand any of these things, let me explain and go right again. Okay? You understand? So the reason why we're going to video record the interview is in case, most likely the case goes to court, this recording will be presented as evidence in court. So feel free to explain to us. So, Success, tell us about you.
My name is Success David. I'm 18 years old. I was born 6th October 2003. I live in Abdul, Delta State with my parents. I'm the first child of my parents.
Okay. Also, how you go to school reach?
Okay. SS2 dropout. SS2 dropout of community secondary school.
Okay. What do you do before you travel?
I'm a fashion designer.
Okay. Can you get a business and do you work for a person?
I don't want to follow one and two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Success. Success, please tell us, explain to us in your own words, okay? You did travel from Nigeria, go reach Dubai. No worry, man. Talk out small so that just feel free when you explain.
Okay. I first started my savings for 2019. I met some guy on Facebook, my friend. We did chat, normal level. We did chat, we did say hello. So because of my birthday for October, he come visit me.
Okay.
My day I came in now,
Okay.
physically, for 2019. You see, say, I get my door. They come my house, so my parents, they know how well he made me answer. I'm correct guy. Before, now, yeah. So, you can't say you will help me. You She say, no, I'm not looking for my house. Because say, it will help me go to Bible showcase my talent as I face my disobedience. I get it talk to then for January 2020, we say we don't open. We do passport from the never travel from just after there. I did. We do passport for me. I go to our home. Then we after like 3 weeks, he contact me say we will go somewhere where there's good food. So that when I reach abroad, I will blow. Say I will give come on my for this place really maybe to better house, make life still better for me and my younger one. Before then, they send me money for my account or which are the release. That very day, we go to the Baba house. As I reach there, I get surprised. I see the key chicken, the key cook, the key turkey. Now I ask her, I say, what's the one is this thing? He said, I pray and I can't pray all the pray for people who go abroad.
Okay.
Yeah, the Christian, I know they believe for all those things. They pray. But you don't reach there, I say, I have to come back. Baba pray. They collect some things from me, they collect even the contract here and everything, they collect them. I wish I could not put them on my way like this. On my own, I say, make I promote my family from this poverty level. And you can't bring documents from my house, show my mama, say, time marriage, we have to take those mine. Mama pray for me. You see, thank God for that prayer will still work against her. That prayer will still die out. Still pray for her. I'm carrying the Holy Ghost. We not go that same day, maybe that same day we're going to travel.
Okay.
I sleep for them. As friends with him, because we understand with them. The next day, Rachel called. Frank, no, I just say Frank don't go meet them or again one thing with the people they stand there like this.
Yeah.
They collect the Frank, just come, give me one takeaway, they show me I was down.
Okay.
And take away the back for my knowledge. I'm not too carried out, but I'm not finding back because then say, get one like this. Baby there, I'm supposed to, and she be big multinational fashion designer. When you say fashion designer, today you want to be as we reach there now, you say, you cannot worry anything about it. Are you happy? Feel like it's better for me and my family. Come reach out. I'm supposed to collect money. She be happy and see me. And so much why I'm happy to see her. As we reach our house for life, and she gave me clothes. I don't say, I'm not the wear this kind of clothes. They know, I'm not the wear this kind of from the she will walk clothes. And she said, They not tell you what you want to your body. I say yes, no, Then tell me say, now fashion designer. I don't call your one name. Now I tell me say she don't take that. 500,000. So say buy me. I don't know if they don't say me. For this Nigeria, my own boyfriend. And so now I say no. They not tell me anything. Can't nothing say buy me. Can't my head. You tell me say what can help us. You can say welcome to Dubai. Prostitution or go do. I tell her say no, not to do that anything. Then they beat me, kill my body. I cannot cross now. They beat me. They not give me food for 3 days because they are not going to do prostitution. As I did there now, I reason out saying, I don't really reach there. I don't know anybody for the fire. I remember for the second time. Now I'm trying to do it.
To serve success. Okay?
Thank you, boss.
Success is strong. You want us to take a break?
Excuse me.
You want us to take a break so you can serve success? Please, can you get out? Chill. So sorry. I'm glad that you're here and you want to give justice for what was done. Please, sorry. Success, thank you very much for taking that time to explain to us all that you went through from Nigeria all the way to Dubai. We're glad that you are safely back to Nigeria. Many girls are still out there that you can testify to. They wish to come back, but they're not forced to come back. Do you want to take a break? Ask you 1 or 2 questions. Should go ahead. Okay. I'll just ask you 1 or 2 questions to clarify, okay? You say Frank, your boyfriend.
My boyfriend is here.
Okay. And your boyfriend before you travel. Okay. Your phone, get your phone, baby.
I'm not there for now. I know Frank. Number 5. I know their friends. You know, say, my customer just me. So I said, escape from my because I was still radiant now.
Okay. So you get Frank phone number.
Okay.
You and Frank are your friends on Facebook. Okay. Your passport, when you say Frank, will do for you. Which details do you passport?
And my name was the full age. The act to my age.
Only passport. You're still able to.
I don't get passport. But I'm supposed to collect the passport. I don't get that.
You say Frank send the money and you send money to. So you still get Frank account details.
My mama will get one.
You get Frank account number.
If you ask my mama, she will get one.
Madam, what's so? What do you remember about that? Get and details. It's your character of that person.
I don't know, wicked. I know that found it in my.
And then maybe you get a phone number, a picture, all those things. And then you get that as your friend on Facebook.
No, she not be my friend for Facebook. But I get the number.
Okay.
I know her address where she stays.
Okay.
That's why I can show you the place.
Okay. Thank you, success. But why you did Dubai so? How much Madam Kosi tells you will pay out?
The thing is, I go work for her reach like 5 years before I get freedom. I said I could pay her $50,000.
Okay. But how much you don't pay out before you come back? So for the period when you stay for that time.
I go for at least my friends were living.
$20,000. Okay. Thank you very much. We will collect your phone, your Facebook address. We'll collect those details from you. Okay? Thank you. Any questions that you want to ask us? Anything that you don't understand, we still want to know,
Yes, sir.
please ask us.
How will they cash down? Maybe my next one.
Okay,
Because that project is done.
no problem.
Thank you.
We will cash from as soon as possible.
Thank you.
For those small things, spark, full name, phone number, as detail your Facebook, and we need the account number from you. So all those small things we'll collect down from you to help us to take cash from. And God help you to cash from. Yeah? The day when you went from carry you go to the doctor house and when you carry you go to the hospital, how many of you carry from the
Yeah, I think I didn't go. Although my mom would say to go somewhere, but she don't say my papa also. So I'm not in my church with go.
So how many you from carry go to that? When you reach the how many guests did you do that when they were that cost?
Some see girls. You plenty, eh? Small girls, even for them.
Thank you, success. The interview today took place at the National Company. My name again is Romeo. My co-interviewer is. The interview is coming to an end at 11:10 hours. Thank you very much, success.
I know some of us have comments and questions, but let's reserve it a little. There are some people online. Maybe they are ready for observation, comments. Are they ready? Whenever they are ready. The aim of these scenarios, we have two scenarios, case 1 and case 2, is to distinguish between worst and good case. Hope we're on the same level at this point to be able to distinguish it enough. The best way to receive feedback is when you see things by yourself. You can come here and talk all the English, go to the internet and think of things, this, display this, do this, that, standard. But it's not as it is, we are seeing, even though it's just an acting. This is standard of interview. This is very, very close to it. This is very close to standard of interviewing witness or victim. Take it from me. So if you are not doing something like that, try to get close to it. And if you are doing something like this, pump up for you. You should know what to improve on your interview. There is a question I want to throw out. This is controversial, but I don't want us to spend much time on it. I went to basic training at DSS, Lagos, There's some of the facilitators were telling us that from our definition, from our name, NAPTIP is National Agency Trafficking in Persons. National Agency for the Provision of Traffic in Persons. That person is persons. It's not person. In that place, they were now telling us that if they go by our name, if one person is trafficked, our law doesn't cover it. But if there are two or more, that is when it covers it. Does anybody have view or comment on that? Do you understand my question? If one person is trafficked, it's not trafficking. Because our name is NAPTIP, National Agency for the Provision of Traffic in Persons. We can bring it up. Our name. Okay. So it's persons. So maybe our prosecutor could talk on it a little, just a minute.
When one person is trafficked, it is trafficking. Even if the Act says National Agency for the Provision of Trafficking in Persons. So whether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 100 people are trafficked, it's trafficking.
Any other view? I don't know that we need to amendments involved. That way, because I believe that if you want to really address that situation, then the last person will be parenthesis. The last word there, that test will be parenthesis. Thank you.
So please, I want to ask, does it mean that if it is not trafficking in person without the S, they need several people are trafficked, they don't have as trafficking? I think the S is there to just qualify the word persons, whether it is 1 or 2 or 3, like I said before. It's just there to qualify it as trafficking in essence. Any person.
We all know that trafficking is an organized crime. If it is not organized among 2 or more persons, it cannot take place. So I think that is why the person is there.
According to the definition in our Act, says trafficking or trafficking persons need the recruitment, transportation, transfer, and abroad. The argument is persons are dead. The law itself that brought about trafficking, the law says persons. So it is an ideal situation that we have persons. I'm not trying to definition of trafficking persons. You understand? It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 or 3 persons. The law is ideal.
Thank you. So, if there's no other comment or question, then we are through with this session. We've taken it over our time. We've taken about 20 minutes now. Thank you.